and won that event. Saw her go out in the second round of the Australian, possibly a little tired after 2 weeks of hard tennis.
Now, for Kraft Free, let's look at their profiles in detail. Natalia Zvereva, well, she's still only 19 years of age, which is perhaps seems rather amazing anyway. She's a former winner of the Wimbledon, French and US Open junior events, former finalist in the French Open, and with Larissa Savchenko, they won 4 doubles titles last year, including the French. She is the reigning New South Wales Open title holder, the Australian hard courts champion, and she reached the quarters or better of 7 other tournaments during the year, including Wimbledon. She won 3 more doubles titles with Savchenko, plus the Australian mixed with Jim Pugh, and she also reached the final at Flushing Meadow with the same player. And as we said, she's ranked 12 in the world. Monica Seles, former Yugoslavian junior champion, who was, what am I saying? Monica Seles, only 17 years of age, and what a future she has. She defeated #1 seed Chrissy Evert in only her second tournament as a pro, and she won that in Houston in 1988. She won 2 tournaments last year. She was named Rookie of the Year in that year, but in 1990 she won 8 titles, including the Liptons, the Italian, German and French Opens, plus the Virginia Slims Championships. No wonder she's ranked already #2 in the world. Monica Seles. And their umpire for our first match tonight, the women's singles of this very important encounter, is Jeff Hall. So Monica Seles to serve in the opening game, and I would imagine that she's been resting a little bit to get over her jet lag. Coming from Florida, a 27-hour flight to get to Perth. I think we can both relate to spending 27 hours in aeroplanes, John. It's not particularly pleasant.
Well, it made her victory over Rafaela Reggi that much more incredible. Reggi played great tennis, but when you consider that long trip, for a young 17-year-old girl, she did very, very well.
Yeah, still only 17. Amazing.
Well, Zvereva is 19. It seems she's been around for ages. A French finalist a few years ago. She had that dramatic win over Australia's Nicole Provis in the semi-finals, and then was really cleaned up in the final by Steffi Graf.
Yes, it was a very one-sided affair, wasn't it? But she's done some amazing things in her short tennis career. She was named the Yugoslavian Sportswoman of the Year in 85 and 89, and 85 the youngest ever to receive that title. And she's come from winning the Rookie of the Year title last year to #2 in the world in 1990. That's an amazing leap. She's got her work cut out here now. Second serve and break points. Zvereva, big chance in the opening game. Oh, she went for it.
If this was a boxing match, you'd swear it wouldn't go past 3 rounds.
Well, they both gave the impression they wanted to hit the ball harder than their opponent.
Incredible power from the back of the court.
Cheers.
So both players have now had a game point in the first game of the opening set. Seles holds serve and goes to a lead of 1-0. Holding as Natalia Zvereva comes out to serve for the first time.
Serve, USSR. Love 15. Love 30.
Right on the line, that forehand winner.
There it is from the reverse angle. Well inside the baseline. On the line.
I suppose one thing that stands out about Zvereva's serve, John, is her very high ball toss.
Yes, it's a little bit more than what's required. And here we see the little dink down the line by Seles, but the angled reply from Zvereva.
So both opening service games, the players going to deuce. Seles, in fact, having to stave off a break point. I think she was always going to get there, John, but what she did with the ball when she got there was interesting, wasn't it?
Yes, so we'll see here. It's not the easiest thing to do, to run with 2 hands on the racket, because it stops the arm action, but she handled the ball very well when she got there.
Cheers.
In fact, most 2-handers, if they have to run up for a ball like that, run with the racket just in one hand so their arms can pump and help them run.
First service. Advantage USSR. Game USSR. One game on.
Two lengthy games to open proceedings. Match in progress 10 minutes. So it could be a long affair. I don't think anybody watching would mind after what we've seen already.
Love team. Love 30.
Zvereva has a liking for this shot.
Yes, well, she's taken Seles out of the court on the forehand side, played the ball deep into the other corner.
15, 30.
And Seles also showing us a liking for this double-handed down the line. We've often criticised slow players, John, but both of these get on with it straight away, don't they?
Yeah, good to see. In fact, the women players in general play much quicker than the men.
Advantage Yugoslavia.
3 deuce games to open the set and the match. And that lob beautifully disguised by Natalia Zvereva.
And you see Seles running down a shocking drop shot there by Zvereva, but the net cord really not helping Seles at all.
Advantage USSR.
Second serve on break point. And a double for the break. So Zvereva gets the early chance. She leads 2-1 in the first set.
Second match this evening.
Natalia Zvereva has a service break in hand, leading 2-1. Both of these players started their tennis careers very young. Seles started playing at the age of 9 and Zvereva at the age of 7. Is that Normie Rowe?
One of Australia's great rock and rollers. Now in stage musicals.
Looking more like Kenny Rogers every day, isn't he?
And here it is from the reverse angle. It's an excellent defensive volley, but Seles threading the needle with the backhand straight up the line. Or would you call that a forehand?
Power in that shot.
Well, there is a different breed of woman tennis player around now, one who hits from the ground with great power. Here it is from the reverse angle, two-fisted drive volley. And that also hit with power.
Yugoslavia.
4 games played. Well, 3.5, I suppose, or 3 3/4, and they've all gone to deuce. You could go 7-6, 6-7, 7-6. It'll be a 3-hour match, I think.
Yugoslavia. Two games all.
So the breakback effected by Monica Seles. Who thought that shot on the other sideline was out. This one here.
In replay, I think it actually got half of the line.
love 30.
I know our editors who put together the forward hot shots would have got enough for about 3 segments already, John, wouldn't they?
Certainly.
30 all.
And there's definite improvement in the Seles serve. This one going straight down the centre for her first ace.
We might get a game that's not going to go to deuce.
Game, Yugoslavia.
And indeed we do. Yugoslavia leading 3 games to 2 in the opening set. And tomorrow night you'll be seeing the United States play Czechoslovakia in the final quarter-final of the Hopman Cup. The USA seeded 1 against the inaugural winners of this tournament here at the Burswood Superdome. Check your local guides for details. Games are back on service. Zvereva 2-3. Natalia Zvereva had a fine junior career in tennis. She dominated the 87 Grand Slam junior events, winning the French, Wimbledon and US crowns. And subsequent to that, she earned American Tennis Magazine's Most Improved Female Pro Award the following year. That was in 1988, of course. Zvereva got the early break. She led 2-1, but now could drop her second successive service game. Break point.
Yugoslavia lead 4-2.
That drop shot was slightly better than one she played before, but it still didn't win at the point.
Yes, it's just not the right surface to drop shot on. As we've said before, the ball bounces very high, the footing is good, and Seles covered that one rather easily and was able to jump for the smash.
Just out.
30 love.
I don't know whether Natalia has decided to try to vary it a bit, John, just to upset the rhythm of Seles. Might be a good tactic, but it's not working yet. They're mixing in the drop shots, etc.
Yes, it would be a good idea because Seles just so solid from the back of the court that it would be a good idea to bring in a new dimension. That's what makes her so strong on this fast, true surface that we have here. It's similar to the plexipave that's played on in the United States, where she's enjoyed a lot of success. She won the Lifton's Championships there earlier in the year.
Zvereva in this game just losing a little control. So Seles consolidates and goes to a lead of 5-2 now, first set. Stage trailed 2-1 down to service break, but she has won the last 4 games. Natalia Zvereva to serve with new balls.
And the short ball coming from the return of serve. Zvereva making the approach and then wrong footing Seles with the backhand down the line.
In her spare time, Natalia enjoys watching men's basketball and water polo. Well, she won't find too much men's basketball around at the moment, but at the Superdrome, the World Championships begin in a few days' time, so we might see her out there. Seles has got great court speed, John, hasn't she?
She really has. She doesn't look like the most natural athlete, and it's hard to run with both hands on the racket. As I said before, it tends to make you want to waddle, but she seems to get there very quickly.
Pinpoint accuracy. And that brings up 2 set points.
15-40. Game first set.
That is the set. Monica Seles winning the last 5 games in succession.
Second set, Yugoslavia to serve.
First 2 games took 10 minutes, and the set itself taking just under 33, so she fairly ripped through the last few games.
Love. $15. 30-15.
And Seles really now in the groove.
Yugoslavia.
So Seles off to a good start in the second set. 1-love, and by 1 set to love she leads. 6-2 the opening set in 34 minutes. And holding serve, first game of the second set. Which in effect means she's won the last 6 games.
This wide swinging serve taking Seles way out of court. This little drop shot into the open court. One of the disadvantages of two hands, you have a little limited reach.
But she hits with plenty of power, and she's got great speed around the court to offset that.
It's one of Seles's great assets. When the ball is short and lofted, she comes in, takes it before the top of the bounce, and rarely misses hitting the winner. Good sliding serve again.
Fault.
Overruled by
Just
Jeff
about to
Hall.
mark it down as an ace.
Yes, we'll see it in replay here. It looked good to me. It is from the reverse angle. Natalia being taken out of court, knowing that she had to come back across court.
It's a bullet.
30.
Absolutely unplayable.
When we watch Steffi Graf's matches, John, we always comment on her footwork, and in that regard, Seles is almost on a par, isn't she?
Yes, she's very, very good.
40.
That's an ace.
Excellent serving.
She gets into position so quickly to play her shots. She makes them look easy.
That's the absolute key to hitting ground strokes, to be able to get there quickly and lots of time to make the shot.
Game, USSR. One game all.
Well, that should give her a bit of confidence. After Seles had won 6 on the trot.
15 love.
A neat little volley.
It's the forced errors. Zvereva 12 to Seles 4. Which means that she has made errors when Seles has been forcing.
Oh, possible chance for Natalia Zvereva.
Excellent two-handed backhand down the line.
30-all.
And Natalia just leaning the wrong way. Beautiful serve. Well, you'd have to call that a well-executed point, wouldn't you?
Yes, she's intentionally brought her in and then used the topspin lob as Celeste's body weight was still travelling forward. Break point, fault 1.
Juice.
A long while since Monica Seles was down a break point. It was the third game of the match. She was broken there.
Dad still looks pretty confident.
Understandably.
Advantage Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia.
So Seles weathers the storm. Game still on service in the second set. She leads 2 games to 1.
Yugoslavia lead.
6-2, 1-2. Scoreline, games on service in the second set.
Time. Love. Ball. 15-all.
She'd only miss a volley like that in a nightmare.
It's the unforced errors now. 18 for Zvereva, 13 for Seles.
Zvereva in two minds whether to try to play that. In the end, she made the correct decision.
.40-30. Choose. Advantage Yugoslavia.
Well, Seles had to survive a break point in the previous game. Now it's Zvereva's turn to defend. And she can't afford to drop serve early in the second, already being down 1-0.
Game Yugoslavia.
And that is the break.
Yugoslavia lead 3-1.
So Monica Seles now taking what I think I could term a vice-like grip on the match. 3-1 with service to follow.
Got a hold of it with two hands.
Love 15. $15. $30-15.
Very hard to control the half volley. Strange shot, that. Looked a tired shot almost, didn't it?
Yes, I think tired and frustrated. She's hit everything she can at Seles, and it's come back with interest.
Out. 40-15.
And a few more errors starting to creep into Zvereva's game now.
Game Yugoslavia.
And that's the game. Seles now going to a lead of 4-1 in the second set. A little bit. She could have perhaps persisted with a little bit longer.
Yes, she needs to play the ball short, but you've got to play it short and across court, not up the court, because that just leaves you open to attack. And maybe some lofted balls in between would be the way to go.
Love 15.
Not much answer to a return like that, just the same, is there?
And here Natalia is at the net, drops the ball short and anticipates the ball up the line. 15-all.
Well, a serve and volley point, good tactics. It didn't work, but I think she's got to keep trying something like that to knock Monica Seles out of her rhythm. She's a good volleyer, as we've seen by her doubles results. Former doubles team of the year with Larissa Savchenko.
And here's this off forehand that would appear to be her favourite. Wrong footing Monica Seles.
She's won her a few points in this match. So break point for 5-1 after this.
What a good scrambler Monica Seles is. She really picked up that wide one to the left, made a good recovery and was able to really powder the volley that was poked back down the centre. Break point for 5-1.
There it is again.
There's the forehand winners. In the first set, Zvereva 6-2, and in the second set, leading 4-3.
Advantage Yugoslavia.
That statistic is absolute clean winners.
Game Yugoslavia.
Second double at a costly time.
Yugoslavia lead 5-1.
And so Monica Seles now reeling off 4 games in succession after earlier in the match reeling off 6 in a row. And she's now going to be serving for the set and the match. The way this match started, it looked as though it was going to be a fairly lengthy affair, but Seles has put a foot on the accelerator.
In winning the Lipton Championships at Key Biscayne in Florida, Monica only lost 25 games in the entire tournament. That's 6 rounds. She powders that forehand across court.
Yes, that was in beating Harvey Wild, Lappi, Fairbank, Herriman, Torsiat and Wiesner.
But in the Italian Open, she only lost 14 games in the entire tournament.
30-15.
We were speaking about her doubles ability earlier, John, and she did actually win the doubles at the Italian with Helen Kellersey.
And that week she was very, very hot. She beat Helen in the semi-final 6-1, 6-2, and Martina in the final 6-1, 6-1.
40-15.
And that error brings up 2 match points. And that is the match.
Yugoslavia.
Well, I think the scoreline can be a little misleading because Natalia Zvereva did really give it everything, but she was outslugged, and once Monica Seles really got in the groove, as I said, she put the accelerator down and was in devastating form. So it augurs well, not only for here, but also when she tackles the best of them in the Ford Australian Open. I'm sure she's going to give it a really good shot. Steffi Graf there is going for her 4th win on end, but I'm sure Seles will have a say in what happens at Flinders Park. She's going to have a say on how this finishes too in the Hopman Cup. 6-2, 6-1. Monica Seles defeating Natalia Zvereva.